So in 1913, Russian futurists Velimir Klebnikov and Alexei Kruchnik, they formulated a theory of trans-rational language, which they call ZOM. And basically ZOM focused on sonic textures. It was about getting beyond conventional logic, getting beyond meaning. It was about focusing on language units and letters and words. And what these guys really wanted to do was they wanted to change perception. They wanted to invite, or sometimes force, the audience to really go beyond ordinary perception, so people could access maybe other realities. And when I found out about it, it really gripped me in the last couple of weeks. So I've really been creating a lot of ZOM and ZOM-inspired poems. And I'm also realizing that there is this relationship, almost like a refracted mirror relationship between avant-garde art and literature and indigenous ways of relating to reality. And it's really cool. It's sort of like one of those hidden things that not many people talk about. But I think if we really pay attention to what that conversation that is possible between these two, we can intentionally use or invite some of these techniques to really help bring about a change in consciousness and a change in reality that I think a lot of us are desiring, including, bringing in more love, bringing in more joy and harmony and a better relationship with the earth and things like that. So I thought I'll do some of that today. I'll share with you a ZOM-inspired chant. And there is another quick background to that. I was having a negotiation with the Waters a few weeks ago. And the Waters were like, you need to write for us. I was like, okay. So the chant that I wanted to share with you was for the Waters. It's an incantation for the Waters. And I come here and there is this exhibit going on, which is called Flow. It's all about the waters. So that was the other really cool part. Invite the waters to come here. And you'll notice that the ZOM that I wrote has sonic textures of Sanskrit because that's the language of my ancestors. And I was so surprised to hear that seeping into my poem because I write in English usually. So this is for the waters. Saritu, 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 sarituru. Saritu, 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 sarituru. Turuma, rutuma, turuma, rutuma. Vinagina, rutamana, riturama, rutuma, turuma. Vinagina, rutamana, riturama, rutuma, turuma. Ashilili, kilimili, jilimili, kililili, kililili, kilima. Ashilili, kilimili, jilimili, kililili, kililili, jilima. Kililili, kililili, kilima. 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 Thank you. This is on sensing and honoring the waters. Lush-like, lissom and leaping, liminal and loping, slipping on stones and smoothing splits. Solace curls on a rock and sleeps. Pebbles slip against sand and skirmish. Rough-hewn affords surface to sibilant, sated with sangha. Riding waves and mapped into trickles, into streams, storing our bodies into molecules, celebrating life and giving and memory. Drops tell us of grief, healing what must be healed. Old wounds slip like smitten moons into waters, half-moons. Waters devour wounds, so deep, so dear. So deep, so dear, skin on skin on skin instant. Intimately slipping release. So much occurs like still instilled in movement, like swollen lips of ocean, smiling, her body like so, ro, to, syllables stumbling into cycles, nature flows, eats flowers of intractability everywhere. Won't you, oh won't you, sing of the waters? So, waters are so precious to us, not just in terms of their very, very actual presence, but what having more water in the world means in terms of the power of reconciliation and the power of harmony, the power of love, right? The power of release and being able to grieve what is wrong. So we really, really cannot survive without waters. But the trick is that can we hold that not with desperation and fear and helplessness? The trick is, can we really, really hold that, being able to relax into that knowing and let that knowing really, really flow into us? Because I feel like that is the trick to really, really turn the waters into living waters. So I'm going to have you guys maybe approach the waters and see if you can transmit, some of your own intention and thought into the waters. If you want to, or you can stay if you want to, stay in your chairs if you want to. But some of you might be familiar with the work of the Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto, or his experiments proved that water was a medium, it was a conduit which could let information flow through it, and so it carries the imprint of the environment. And so hopefully whatever we put into the waters here will interact with, it's not just about that water, right? It's about the waters of the planet, the waters inside us. And so it's an experiment. We can try it and see what happens. Can we really participate in the healing of the waters that is really, really needed on the planet today? So I am going to put the water here and come dip your finger into it, speak to the waters, let the waters speak back to you, and also because this can also be a chance to write a collective poem. I have some pens and post-its here. So if you want to write any word that comes to you, anything that wants to be a part of the collective poem, feel free to add it to the waters. And I'm going to just set a little bit of beat, a little bit of rhythm for that. Okay? It's an invitation. You can stay in your seat or you can participate. Oh, you will participate. I know you will.
A drop can color the ocean, so why not be that drop? A drop can color the ocean, so why not be that drop? A drop can color the ocean, so why not be that drop? Drop can color the ocean. Why not be that drop? Find the word with water at its center. Find the word with water at its center. Find the word with water at its center. A drop can color the ocean. Why not be that drop? Find the word with water at its center. The word with water. And drop and color the ocean. Be that drop. Find the word with water at its center. I'm just going to read the words aloud. Receptive, allow me, allow through me, amen. Be well. Play. And wetted the drop, circumnavigated the drop. One winged leaf would make autumn last forever. Transcendence. This case, sorry. Let me. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with writing. I honor the divinity that resides within me. Let the water cleanse me and Let the water cleanse me.
Can I have time for one?
Oh yeah, please.
Thank you so much to all of you for participating in that. Deep ear to ground. And flowers growing like fingers into sky, beckoning. A heart comes out of sky as blue as love, with skein of tremors opening its eye to us. And heart sees heart like a beckoning, like furred cheek meeting in sorrow, in trance. Like roundness of drops from eye imprinted with flowers and all that is moving on earth. Like current moving in water, that is body, that is wind and sound that wind makes, that is bird calls you can hear. And all forms collect here on this ground. Ancestors beam their love at us. Ancestors like milk running on our faces, and sound cups our faces and drinks us in. Sound's breath, we're breathing. We are elemental of deep inhabiting, in flame, head thrown back. Like birds, when ash falls from our tongues, its own breeze calls out, and we smile like morning about to sing itself into existence. I flip over an old leaf, and in its venation, a name, mine. Love crawls like an infant. What was said was a name spell, and leaf asked me to unhide. Who wrote us into leaves? Who can read us? Who held apart mouth of cave so we could enter like bears? Who called out to glyphs of light on walls of cave? Who filled our eyes with charcoal to see pain of others, of heart, of tiger? Who planted rice medicine, salt medicine, seed medicine? Whose songs dipped with metal of ash line our mouths? Who hears these songs? Who wrote them into existence? You live on wire like birds. Your old souls see us in the beat of your eye. And thus, unto wisdom we climb fences of our heart and wave. In that vast ocean, Sheshnag uncoils. A time came when this was all that mattered.